Hello, I'm Kathleen Mahoney. Welcome. This week, my guest is Joe Varnell. He and his spouse, Kevin Bourassa, made international news headlines and human rights history in January 2001 when they became the first gay couple anywhere in the world to be issued a government marriage certificate. With a backgrounder on same-sex marriage, here's Paul Meunier.
Thank you, Kathleen. Same-sex marriages remain an awkward and distracting political football.
Hi, Mom, guess what?
Gay and lesbian couples can enjoy the same rights and benefits of common law heterosexuals. They can enjoy constitutional protection and the panoply of the country's human rights legislation. But some people don't like the idea of them being married. Changes followed several court decisions, including a 1999 Supreme Court ruling that Ottawa was violating the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms by limiting benefits or obligations to opposite-sex common law relationships while excluding those of the same-sex couples.
That's why we're here, and to see us as two human beings, not in the abstract as two homosexuals, as two people that are in love, and we just want to be recognized for that.
But benefits and civil rights are one thing. What about personal values? Should the courts be allowed to demand the concept of marriage be enlarged to include same-sex couples and, as some religious leaders suggest, bring about the abolition of marriage in Canada as it is understood by the churches? The Conservative government clearly thinks not and has reopened the debate, promising a vote soon. Canadians are divided over the clash between individual religious belief and adherence to the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Many would leave jurisdiction over marriage to religious authorities. But, as many who believe in democracy have pointed out, at least the thorny decision is being made by politicians and not unelected judges. Kathleen?
Thank you, Paul. Joe, tell us about your wedding. What was it like?
Certainly any wedding is stressful. This one had just a little more stress than usual. I was picked up with Kevin at our home in an unmarked security vehicle. I was driven to the church by a circuitous route. There were riot police. There were bomb sweeps in the building. I had my own bodyguard for the day. There was no, hugging with my family. And all of this happened when we agreed to become involved in the fight for same-sex marriage and become the test case couple to try and change the law in Canada. So it was...
So it wasn't a normal wedding with flowers and confetti and...
Well, we tried to make it as much about us as possible. We tried to keep the personal in an occasion that had become very political. And we tried to have our family as close as possible, but security on the day said, we can't, just open up access to you because we can't guarantee your safety at that point. And there were credible threats against people and property that day. So, while most guests just worry about confetti being thrown, we had a few more things to worry about in the church that day. The man who married me wore a bulletproof vest that day. And the last words that were said to me before I walked down the aisle were, if you hear a shot, don't move. Somebody will move you. So certainly, in amidst all of this, trying to get married was certainly a surreal experience in some ways. And I'm glad that I've got some videotape to watch because I was a bit of a deer caught in the headlights for most of it. I don't remember a lot of it.
I can imagine. We'll be back in a moment.